Glacier National Park offers over 700 miles of hiking paths, so it's the ideal location for outdoor enthusiasts. Whether you're an experienced hiker or a first-time visitor, there's something to do in this natural wonder with its immaculate lakes and vibrant wildflowers. In this video, we'll go over some of the major sights and activities in Glacier National Park. Going to the Sun Road is one of the most picturesque journeys in America. It runs 50 miles from the west entrance to St. Mary Lake in the east. Along the trip, you'll see everything from lower pastoral valleys tucked away amid the mountains to far-off glacial lakes. Driving to the Sun Road takes you across the whole park in around 2 hours, so it's the ideal way to see the highlights. The trip ends in Logan Pass, which is 6,000 feet above sea level and one of the most visited spots in the park. Travelers should be aware that, subject to snowfall, the Going to the Sun Road is only available from around June to October each year. Investigate, Logan made it. Logan Pass is the highest point that can be reached by car and a well-liked beginning point for two of the most breathtaking hiking trails. 2.8 miles of easy boardwalk hiking around the hidden lake and the Highline route make it ideal for the entire family. Bighorn sheep and mountain goats are often seen grazing in the meadows along the route, and hikers get to take in broad vistas of the lush mountain slopes and wildflowers. The Secret Lake Overlook, which offers expansive vistas of the acclaimed lake and the neighboring mountains, is the hike's high point. Although the Highline Trail is long, it goes quickly. It is mostly downhill and has some amazing views along the way. Despite the elevation gain of only about 800 feet, you should not attempt this hike if you're afraid of heights. The trail is about 12 miles long and goes from the Logan Pass parking lot to the loop on Going to the Sun Road. Most people hike this trail one way and then ride the free shuttle back to their car. If you're not too tired after the hike, take a diversion to the Grinnell Glacier Overlook, which adds about 1 mile but provides panoramic views from the Continental Divide. One well-known section of the trail, known as the Ledge, is only about 4 to 6 feet wide and has steep cliffs that fall over 100 feet to Going to the Sun Road below. Hike the Cedars Trail. After scaling the mountainside of Glacier National Park and strolling among the wildflowers, what about the forests? The Cedars Trail is the perfect hiking route that leads you deep into the wilderness of Glacier National Park. This trail winds through a thick forest along a raised boardwalk, making it a reasonably easy trail to navigate. Standing tall and old cedar trees on either side of you create an amazing sight and deep, woodsy aromas. The Cedars Trail is just about a mile long, so it's perfect for a quick hike. But if you're seeking something longer, you should definitely go on to Avalanche Lake. The round-trip hike is roughly 4.5 miles long and crosses Avalanche Creek and the lower Avalanche Gorge before ending at the lake. Once there at 8,600 feet, you can unwind on the beach and take in the surroundings. The St. Mary Valley is home to various waterfalls that are not to be missed. They are situated close to Logan Pass. One of the most exquisite waterfalls in the park, Virginia Falls allows trekkers to stand at the base and cool down in the mist spray. The fact that you get to see a number of other waterfalls along the way makes the climb to Virginia Falls the highlight. Walking around the St. Mary Valley, you will see American dippers that bob into the rocks and waterfalls. St. Mary Falls is just a short hike from the roadside but feels a world away. The water cascades down 3 tiers of rock and dips beneath the picturesque footbridge, captivating visitors. Looking for food, go to the several glacier regions. Many Glaciers is a further lovely section of the park with lots of things to do. After spending the night at the Many Glacier Hotel, a rustic Swiss-style hotel located on the bank of Fast Current Lake, visitors can stroll along the Fast Current Trail to Grinnell Glacier and Iceberg Lake. For something a little less strenuous, take a boat across Josephine Lake or board a red bus tour immediately outside the miniature glacier resort. One excellent approach to see the park from another angle is to paddle across Lake McDonald or Josephine Lake. View McDonald's Lake. The largest lake in Glacier National Park is called Lake McDonald. You may be familiar with this lake because of its renowned mirror-like surface and miles-long shoreline of hundreds of colorful, smooth boulders. Observing snowy mountain peaks reflected off the surface with perfect clarity is possible from the western shore. Numerous plant and animal species now call this lake, which was sculpted thousands of years ago by enormous glaciers, home. Many visitors will dedicate a whole day to seeing the Lake McDonald area. Among the most well-liked things to do is lunch beside McDonald Creek and stroll through the old-growth forest. Some rougher and more remote routes, such as the hike to Apgar and Snyder Lake, also begin at Lake McDonald. In Two Medicines, unwind. Travelers wishing to escape the crowds should arrange to spend the day in the Two Medicine area, which was formerly a hive of activity. Two Medicine is a great place to escape the masses because foot traffic has dropped since the Sun Road's expansion. Dividing from the Two Medicine sections, you may even extend your stay at Two Medicine beyond an afternoon by backcountry camping on one of the many hiking routes that lead to breathtaking waterfalls and expansive mountain slopes. Glacier National Park allows backcountry camping in two places. Investigate the Goat Haunt and North Fork areas for those seeking seclusion adventurers who are up for the trek. Get rewarded with some of the most isolated and wild terrain around if you find yourself in the North Fork area. This section is only accessible via rough dirt roads that take nearly all day to travel, and services are limited, so there are considerably fewer visitors. A trip to the Goat Haunt area makes the perfect retreat. Bowman Lake and Kintla Lake are two destinations that you can't miss. Glacier National Park is one of the most beautiful places in Montana and a nature lover's paradise. The park has a lot to offer everyone from trail hikers to wildlife watchers to explorers and more. If you only have one day to visit Glacier National Park, take a drive to the Sun Road and visit the Logan Pass area. It's one of the most popular spots and the starting point for the Hidden Lake Trail.